It's time for the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier. Martin is a national championship fullback from the 1992 Alabama Crimson Tide. Known for his bruising runs and devastating blocks now, he's bulldozing through sports talk with that same championship intensity. Joining him is his son, Xavier, a savant of football knowledge and statistical insight. He's your go-to source for the latest recruiting news and insider updates from across the Bama Nation. Together, they deliver fair and balanced analysis from an insider's perspective, with real conversations where the callers, the listeners, and the online maniacs get in on the action by sharing their thoughts, their comment, and their reaction. Join our online maniacs at facebook.com/The Martin Houston Show. You're listening to Tide 100.9 and 1230 WTBC. It's time for kickoff, so buckle up and get ready, because this is the sound of Bama sports. The Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier is live. Roll Tide, roll!
Good morning. Welcome into the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier on this free-for-all Friday, powered by TJ's Pharmacy and Wellness, and, of course, each and every day by Box I Care. Man, we got a lot to get into. Somebody's been doing some work on the college football playoffs scenario and how Alabama has to win out now, even the SEC championship game, to secure a spot 100% in the playoffs, as well as it's Eastern Illinois. So we'll talk about the game, and really, I guess from my perspective, I want to talk more about how long the starters stay in, what we expect to see out of the backups, how far down the depth chart do we get, like at the quarterback position? Do we see 5 running backs like we did against, or 4 running backs like we did against ULM? Who's in that rotation? And just kind of, this is a little bit of a preview for the future, more so than even the ULM game was, with what Alabama has waiting in the wings, and much more as we continue to figure out how can they fine-tune things in the offense before Auburn and most likely the SEC championship game. And I have an interesting thought process about Auburn this week and why they're starting their true freshman quarterback and more. We got a lot to get into, though.
All right. Good morning. It's a free-for-all Friday powered by TJ's Pharmacy and Wellness, and this is the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier, powered by Box I Care. We want to get you in on the conversation. You can call us on the hotline at 205-342-9904, 205-342-9904. Give us your score prediction. And, man, I've been on the rushing yards. I can't get off the rushing yards, X. I just want us to – I want one of our predictions of rushing yards to come true. I just want it to be close one time. So we're going to do rushing yards as a tiebreaker once again. So you can call in, and if you're one of the maniacs just tuned in over on the online side of things, you can call in and type in your score prediction with the tiebreaker. Let us hear from you ASAP. This morning, We got several other topics we're going to get to this morning. And one of those kind of acts, you kind of hit on it. What do you want to see from Alabama on tomorrow? We can kind of let that be an ongoing theme throughout the show as we talk this morning. But also, little recruiting news. It was interesting, the approach to the restructuring of the recruits. Yesterday we talked about how is the Bama bump dead? We didn't say it was, but definitely Alabama had some players go down, but Alabama really didn't fall that far in the rankings, if any at all, X. And part of that is because the lower ranked guys, not low ranked guys, the lower ranked guys, quite a few of them got bumps. So people giving Courtney Morgan and his team and DeBoer and his staff credit, I think, for going out and searching for talent and recognizing it at a higher level before they even recognize it. I would say that's kind of probably had more of that than we had other. So we'll see if this staff is able to do something when all these guys get on campus. But we'll break that down as well. Also, I'm like you. I'm surprised Auburn didn't start the young man against Vanderbilt. Deuce against Vanderbilt. Isn't that his name? Isn't that it?
Deuce Knight.
Yeah. So there you go, man. So we'll talk about it. And by the way, it's a free for all Friday, guys. So that means anything that you want to bring up, you're welcome to bring up, and we'll work it into the conversation. So 205-342-9904. That's the hotline, or post your online comments in the chat. Remember that this is the day that the Lord has made, so let's rejoice and be glad in it. Take time today to notice someone, love someone, serve someone, be the difference you want to see in the world today. If you heard me laugh, I'm kind of laughing because literally, X, I have not said Eastern Illinois all week. No. I have not. I'm literally, that's the first time I think I've said Eastern Illinois out loud. So it's going to be interesting to see. So we'll break it down. I'll toss it back to you.
All right. Yeah. I don't even know what their mascot is.
I started to look it up and I was like, it doesn't matter. I literally, that crossed my mind too. Hey, Chase, would you look up Eastern Illinois' mascot? I know this is disrespectful, but if we, yeah, just look it up. So we'll
I think that's where Tony Romo played in college. I think
so.
The Panthers. I found it.
Panthers. All right.
Panthers. Okay. Yeah. No. Real
Cats,
quick.
We get to go after Cats. What, 2 weeks in a row?
Yep. 3 out of the last 4. But no. So just real quick, because I want to hit this and get it out the way. I think Auburn is expecting to lose to us next week. I think they're prepped to lose to Alabama next week. And why do I say that? They are starting Deuce Knight at quarterback to preserve Ashton Daniels' red shirt. Right? When he plays against Alabama next week, that'll still be 4 games. And as we talked yesterday, we figured out about the redshirt rule. If Auburn were to win this week and next week, they're bowl eligible. So it's one of 2 things. Either they're going to start Deuce Knight this week and then start him in a bowl game if they beat Alabama, or they're not expecting to beat us.
How many times has he played this year?
He's played 3 games already.
So if he's played 3 games, you think they're gonna start Jackson against us then?
No, I think Ashton Daniel is supposed to be the starter against us. He played against Arkansas, Kentucky, Vandy. That's three games. So he's not playing it.
He didn't come in and as a backup in any other game?
No.
That's crazy. As bad as Jackson Arnold played, he never. So why did they fire Hugh Freeze? Now, go ahead.
But yeah, so 3 games already. Alabama makes 4. If they make a bowl game, they either got to play Jackson and Deuce, or he burns his red shirt if they beat us.
So, well, that's assuming that somebody's going to invite him to a bowl game.
It's Auburn, they'll get invited to a bowl game.
Birmingham Bowl?
Yeah, that's kind of like their home away from home.
Do you take that bowl game if you offer? So
you do for the seniors.
Deuce has played in 2 games so far, or 3 games so far?
2. I think this will be his second.
That's what I'm saying is, so Deuce is good to play the next 3 games.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so that's why they're playing him. That's why they didn't play him against Vanderbilt. I didn't realize he had played at all.
Yeah.
They can play him against Vanderbilt because they can play him this week, next week if they beat us, and then they have a bowl game at. So that's what they're trying to do. It'll be him and Jackson. They may be because they had talked about the other kid, even redshirting him during the Vanderbilt game because of wanting to get it. I didn't know why they were talking about it. Now I get it. So.
But what but if you Deuce Knight, what does that do for you?
What do you mean?
They want to keep this other kid on the roster another year.
What it does for me is it gives me the opportunity to show why I should be the starter. I'd much rather them.
Yeah, but you get to show if you're going to be the starter against Mercer when he got to show what he could do against an SEC school and played good enough to win that game.
Actually, I think Deuce is going to start the next 2 weeks.
You think Deuce is going to start against Auburn? I mean, us?
Yep. Because his words were, he's earned the right to start. So,
so you're gonna start a true freshman in the Iron Bowl after?
Why not? Why not?
I'm just saying, when you got a senior that is going to be able to come back for a 5th year that just had a 400-some yard game against Vandy.
So what do you need him to come back for? What do you need him on film for?
But I'm talking about against Alabama.
What do you need him on film for? If he plays well, why would you play him? If you thinking if you win, what you gonna do then? Play the freshman in the ball game? So it's the same. That's even worse from the senior standpoint because now he has all bowl season X to practice and be the starter in the bowl game. If I'm Deuce Knight, I love this because I get to put it on film.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But anyway, that's enough about them guys across the state. The only reason I'm having this conversation is because it could impact what Alabama sees. And based on Deuce Knight's skill set, he may give Auburn the best chance of beating Alabama because dual threat, no film, not a lot of film. What you do against Mercer is not necessarily what you're going to do against Alabama. So we'll watch it and see. Come back on the other side. Let's talk about what we want to see from Alabama. And which guys do you think may jump on the field in this game for Alabama? Does Alabama have any Deuce Knights that they're going to play this week just to get those guys on film, keep them engaged, hold on to them for one more season? We'll talk about it on the other side.
Tide 100.9 traffic. Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. It is TGIF. Very good morning to you. We're getting off to a quiet start, as we typically do, along the Tuscaloosa freeways and side streets. Looking good on 2059 as you sail across the east and westbound lanes between 359 and Joe Malisham. And moving nicely on Lurleen Wallace, not finding any hangups here from University to McFarland. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now, Tammy Thomas.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Payments from $199 a month and up to $6,500 off select Nissan models only at Townsend Nissan. Lifetime warranty, free oil changes, and a pre-approval with no impact to your credit. TownsendNissan.com.
Indeed Sponsored Jobs gives your job posting a turbo boost. Match with the candidates you're looking for, making your hiring simple. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Again, that's Indeed.com/credit.
Your friends may drive a new car for under $35,000, but is it a Mercedes-Benz? Level up to luxury at Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa. Drive a 2025 GLA 250 without the luxury price, just $33,988 for as low as $479 a month. A Mercedes-Benz is within your reach. A GLA for just $33,988. Get to Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa before your friends do.
On select models with approved credit while supplies last. Stock number L2417. Taxes and fees extra. See dealer for details.
Do you have timberland you don't know what to do with? Give North River Timber Company a call. Courtney Watt and his team of over 20 years experience offer timber harvesting, timber appraisals, comprehensive management plans for that special tract of land that you own. Courtney and his team can help you decide how to maximize your highest potential for your land. Timber is like money in the bank. See what your investment can do for you. Contact Courtney Watt at 205-242-5127. North River Timber, co@gmail.com. North River Timber Company.
The Tide Tailgate Show is always on just before the Crimson Tide Sports Network live broadcast on 95.3 The Bear and Sports Radio Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC and online at 953thebear.com and Tide 100.9.com. Game day traffic reports to get you to Bryant-Denny Stadium. Live reports from our Bama beat reporter, Wyatt Fulton. Game day picks from the top games. And this year, special insight each week. The Tide Tailgate Show originates live from Grandstand in Tuscaloosa's Timerson Square. Come sip beverages or grab a bite before or after the game. The Tide Tailgate Show is presented by Pearl River Resort, DCH Regional Medical Center, 2 Dimes Tuscaloosa, and Tuscaloosa Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
Hey, I'm Martin Houston, and I want to tell you about exciting news happening at Box Eye Care. They've moved to their new location, bringing you a brand new lab, stylish new frames, and a fresh look just for you. Enjoy their expanded frame inventory, competitive prices, and faster service, all with the same great level of service you've come to know and trust. Discover this full-service eye care at Box Eye Care's new location. With their in-house lab, they offer unbeatable value and one of the largest frame collections in town. Schedule your eye exam today and walk out with new glasses in less than an hour in most cases. Visit boxeyecare.com. That's boxeyecare.com or call 205-342-0660. That's 205-342-0660. Visit them at 5003 Oscar Baxter Drive. That's Box Eye Care. Your vision, our priority.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Cloudy with periods of rain today and tonight. Maybe a thunderstorm in spots. The high today 72, tonight's low 63. For tomorrow, the chance of a shower early in the day, then becoming partly sunny. The high tomorrow at 75. I'm James Spann with the Alabama Weather Network on Tide 100.9. It's 57 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Keep it locked into Tide 100.9 for more of the Martin Houston Show with Martin Houston and X's and O's Sports, Xavier Houston.
Welcome back into the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier. We're live, looking ready to get things rolling. Got several things we want to hit this morning. And one of those, without a doubt, X being, how could Bama and Notre Dame miss out of the playoffs? You know, it's kind of one of those interesting thought processes, X, where we kind of said Bama may be in if they went out. Well, not so fast. Who said it? Not so fast? Is the thing. So, I mean, here's the thing. Notre Dame actually is in the worst spot, X. And Notre Dame could win out and still not make the playoffs. That sounds crazy to think because they've been so in love with Notre Dame, Max. But here's the scenario. Right now, team 11 and 12 is earmarked for the ACC champion and the Group of Five champion. No matter what, because neither one of those teams are in the top 12 right now. Right? Neither one of those in the top 12. So spots 11 and 12 are taken. So the competition right now, if everybody else wins out, then nothing's going to change. Like if everybody wins out through the playoffs, I mean, the rest of the time, the rest of the season, Georgia's in, Texas A&M is in, Ole Miss is in, Texas Tech is in, Ohio State's in, Indiana's in, Oklahoma's in, Notre Dame's in, Alabama's in, if they win the rest of their games. But let's say everybody wins but Texas Tech. Everyone wins but Texas Tech. Texas Tech sitting at number 5 right now. Unexplainable. They should not be in front of Ole Miss, X. Ole Miss has one loss, was ranked in front of them, and
is ranked
got
in
beat
front
by
of
the
them
number.
in the AP.
Huh?
They still are in the AP.
That's what I'm saying. So this was a manipulated move because they have so been in love with Texas Tech. If Texas Tech lose, Texas Tech is not going to fall more than 7 spots. So they may come in at number 12 with a loss, but that's going to be the worst case scenario. But if that happens, that means that they lost to BYU, and therefore Texas Tech would be 12. BYU would be probably 10. Right? No, 9.
Mm-hmm.
11 and 12 is going to be Tulane and Miami if they both win out. So that leaves 1 spot for Alabama or Notre Dame. If Alabama wins out, Notre Dame has nowhere to go. They have no conference championship. Their season's over. You can't keep Alabama out. You can't keep Miami out. You can't keep the Group of Five out, and you wouldn't be able to keep BYU out. That's spots 9, 10, 11, and 12. Crazy, huh? And then, even worse than that is if Georgia loses to Georgia Tech, where are you going?
What's Georgia Tech ranked?
But Georgia, it doesn't matter. Georgia Tech could go on and win the ACC, but well, never mind. If Georgia Tech beats Georgia, that's why I didn't include it. If Georgia Tech beats Georgia X and then still goes on and wins the title, ACC title, then they would replace Miami. So
yeah,
the
but
ACC.
what does that do?
Huh?
What does that do for Georgia? Because you can't
Georgia's going to be. They would have to drop Georgia or Notre Dame if Alabama won out.
And then that's because that. But if Alabama doesn't win out, how can you penalize Alabama for having to play one more game and Georgia getting a pass, not having to go to the SEC championship game?
And that they may not. And if it comes down between Georgia and Alabama, Alabama might get in over Georgia. But because at that point, Georgia
with a 2-loss team.
Georgia wouldn't be number 4 though.
No, they would. No, they wouldn't. But what I'm saying is the reason I was asking where Georgia Tech is ranked. How far do you drop Georgia if they get a game? And then 2,
they're gonna drop below. They're gonna drop below Alabama for this reason, because their loss would be to a lower ranked Georgia Tech team. And Alabama loss would be to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma at that point with a Georgia loss would be at least top 7, if not higher. So I think, but my point, back to my point, is 9 or 10 may not get in. And Notre Dame's hope is that BYU loses and Alabama wins, or BYU wins and Alabama loses. Yeah. So a great question here. QD said if Bama wins, beats undefeated A&M in the SEC championship game, they would jump to what number seed? If they defeated UGA, then they will be the number 4 seed. Would Alabama jump as far as they fail? Would they jump as far as they fail?
They have to, don't they?
I don't know. It's Alabama.
You know what? It'd be great for the economy, home playoff game. There we go.
But I don't want it. I'd rather have that 4 spot. So QD,
it might be a good thing. It might be a good thing. Who ended up in the national championship last year? Ohio State and Notre Dame, and neither one of them had first round byes.
Yeah, none of the first round bye teams advanced. None of them advanced. So I wouldn't depend on that. No, man. Wow. But think about that. I think that's why they put Notre Dame in front of us, X.
To protect them?
To protect Notre Dame. Because if Notre Dame was at number 10, if Notre Dame was below us and we lost, you could still justify leaving Alabama in with 3 losses. If we're below them and we lose, then you're probably not going to drop somebody that was in front of us, even if a BYU gets a win. So lots to think about, but it is definitely, but with 2 weeks to go, there's still a lot of teams have to play. Indiana and Ohio State. Texas A&M still has Texas. We ain't even talked about that. They still have Texas. And because they could end up, Texas A&M could end up 11-2.
Sure.
So,
all had to do was beat
Corey Lewis said, but Martin, I have never seen a loss to Florida State hurt a team and have as many good wins, but I don't believe the fan base believe we beat Texas A&M. I think we can beat Texas A&M. I mean, you go back and look. I don't know. You have to go back, Corey, and don't get me wrong. They have beat everybody on their schedule. But you need to go back and look at who they beat in the SEC. Texas A&M has not played a single team above the midpoint line. All of Texas A&M's wins are to the lower part of the conference.
Not just the
entire,
not just the best team they've beaten is literally is Missouri in conference, and the best team they'll play in conference. They've beaten Missouri, LSU, Florida, Kentucky, or I'm sorry, this is their SEC schedule: Missouri, LSU, Florida, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Auburn, South Carolina, Arkansas. Where are those teams ranked in the SEC? 8 through 16.
And that's what Texas had last year.
Yep.
That's exactly Texas's schedule last year, wins last year, and then they played Texas A&M. That was the only ranked win they had above the line. And Texas A&M is in that same boat this year if they beat Texas.
Yep.
So interesting thoughts there. And I think that if Texas A&M lose, the committee will punish them for that, meaning how far they drop them. Even though they can't punish them now, they will drop them if that happens. So not out of the playoffs. Texas, I think Texas A&M with a 10-2, 11-2 SEC record playing in the SEC championship as a runner-up will be in the playoffs. So regardless of whether they play Alabama or Georgia in the playoffs. So, I mean, in the championship game. So, yeah, interesting times, but Notre Dame is not scot-free. And I kind of like that. And here's the thing. I kind of like the fact that Notre Dame acts. This is what I like most about this thing with Notre Dame. Not hating on Notre Dame. I love Mark Freeman as a coach. I love his approach, his philosophy, everything about what he does. But wouldn't it be fitting that Notre Dame misses the playoffs because of conference championship weekend?
Yes.
Because think about it, and I'll wrap up with this. Notre Dame sitting at number 9 has 2 conference champions ranked below them right now. And Alabama has a chance to be the 3rd conference champion that's ranked below Notre Dame. If BYU wins, they take one of those spots. Let's just say BYU is actually, I think, ranked ahead of Miami. I think BYU may be 12, somewhere in that rank, I think. They may be 11 or 12 in the actual rankings, but because they're getting bumped X because of Miami in the group of 5. Well, if they force themselves into that poll by winning a championship, then Notre Dame and Alabama wins. Alabama has to win out and BYU win. Just that scenario alone, I think Notre Dame's out.
If you were to look at
Everybody
the
else
poll,
wins.
BYU's 11, Vanderbilt is 12, Miami's 14, and Tulane is 24. That's what's going on at the bottom. And here's the crazy part: Tulane's not even the best Group of 5 school, which don't make sense. James Madison and North Texas are 9-1,
but they're the highest ranked.
James Madison and North Texas are ranked higher than Tulane.
But the Group of 5, are they the Group of 5? Then Tulane wouldn't get in then if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm looking. James Madison is 9-1 and number 21 in the country.
It doesn't matter who. I don't care about the name in the 12th spot, Xavier. That's going to be a Group of 5 champion.
Which I think is a joke, by the way.
Period. It doesn't matter who it is or whatever. There's really 11 spots that everybody is battling for when it comes down to it, because the Group of 5 would have to have a ranked team in the top 12 to not affect the top 12 teams that's ranked. Somebody's going to get bumped by that Group of 5 champion jumping in when they're not already ranked in the top 12. So there we go. Anyway, coming back on the other side, we were talking about Alabama. I thought that'd be fun to kind of break that down. And if Notre Dame misses out because of championship weekend, conference championships, it would be poetic justice. And that's what I'm pulling for. Complete chaos and drop a bomb on the committee's plan. Everybody else needs to win too. Everybody above them needs to win so that they don't get to move up. All right. That's it for now. We'll be back on the other side to kick off the second half.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. It is TGIF. Very good morning to you. We're getting off to a quiet start as we typically do along the Tuscaloosa freeways and side streets. Looking good on 2059 as you sail across the east and westbound lanes between 359 and Joe Malisham, and moving nicely on Lurleen Wallace. Not finding any hangups here from University to McFarland. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now, Tammy Thomas.
Blast your taste buds with a new trolley-flavored Mountain Dew. Bold Dew meets sour sweet trolley candy. It's a flavor collision you've got to try. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. Mountain Dew Trolley. Do the dew, do the worm.
Hey, this is Wyatt Fulton from Tide 100.9. Since moving to Tuscaloosa in 2022, I've been embraced by the community, and we want to help do the same for you and your business. I'm passionate about the Tide listeners, and I know that they will support advertisers whose products and services we endorse. At Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, we can help create customized radio and digital marketing plans to help grow your business. Hit me up at wyatt.fulton@townsquaremedia.com, and I can tell you more, and let's help your business score big.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
If you're looking for a great place to watch the Bama football game, head to Grandstand in Temerson Square. They have a spacious layout with multiple premium flat-screen TVs to watch the game on, pool tables, and dartboards. The restaurant has a variety of American-style food, including bites, burgers, pizzas, and wings. Grandstand is also known for its live music and great drink specials, making it a great spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out with friends. Grandstand, located on 4th Street in Temerson Square, downtown.
Got timberland in West Alabama or East Mississippi? North River Timber Company has you covered. Since 2011, Courtney White, a registered forester, along with his expert team, have been managing timberland and harvesting timber across 4 West Alabama counties. They offer comprehensive timber management plans, reforestation services, and appraisals. Courtney White says timber is like money in the bank. Don't let your investment go unrealized. Call North River Timber Company today. Email them at northrivertimberco@gmail.com or call 205-242-5127.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites, from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
Welcome back to the Martin Houston Show, the sound of Bama sports. Your show, your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Welcome back into the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier. Appreciate all you do to help us do what we do right here each and every day. Want to invite you to join my team and I on January 27th or February 28th for the Empowerment Leadership Series. It is one conference spread over 2 days. Great insight, great for personal development, professional growth. You're a coach, a teacher, a principal, a superintendent, a middle manager, a frontline leader, a CEO. It doesn't matter if you lead people, if you influence people, you need to attend the Live to Lead conference January 27th, and also opportunity on February 28th. A Tuesday and a Saturday. If you can't make it to both, that Saturday event in February is set aside for those who may not be able to get off. It's going to be a great time. Have the likes of John Maxwell, Jesse Cole, Anthony Trucks, Craig Groeschel, Barry Burton, myself, Dana Duckworth, former gymnast and head coach at the University of Alabama, along with many other great local speakers. It's all worth it. Go to martinhouston.org, Live to Lead, martinhouston.org. Live to Lead, choose your registration option there. $350 for a group of 5, $85 per ticket for individuals for conference 1, and only $300 for the group of 5 in the second one. Speaking of group of 5, yeah. Wow. We got some great things, but I appreciate your support. Share the word, share and let people know about it. And it'll be right there at Bryant Conference Center in the Synergic Center. All right, X, we'll get back to the conversation right now in terms of what you want to see from your Alabama Crimson Tide football team. Tim Coggins, somebody better go check on him. You see Tim score, X?
I do. No, what I want to see from Alabama's tomorrow is I want to see a complete football game. I want to see a ULM game, a confidence builder. Get it back, get your mojo back before this stretch. That you got to beat Auburn, of course, and you got to beat Texas A&M. But let's start it tomorrow. Let's get Ty and the guys, that first group offense, running backs included, going. I want to see Daniel Hill have a big run. I want to see Ryan make a big catch. I want to see Ty being surgical like he was for such a long period of time.
Yeah, there's a couple of things you said in there I want to circle back on. Ragged Glory, you're in on the hotline. What's on your mind?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Good morning.
By the way, Chase, thank you for being able to turn the switch on at 6 a.m. so that we can catch our proclamation. I'm going to have to go in there and take a couple of aspirin because that was a whole lot of brain salad that I wasn't really ready for. I'm telling you, you know what? Starting tomorrow, it starts tomorrow. All of what you guys were saying is for naught because we have to start and win out. We've got Eastern Illinois tomorrow, and if I'm wiggling my nose, this is what I want to see. I want to see the original starting crew, offense, defense, and special teams. Let's go back to the way it was working, okay? I want to see running backs with two hands on the football, two arms around it. I want to see wide receivers with no gloves and stick them to catch the football and then put two arms around it unless you're sprinting towards the end zone. I believe we should have a balanced attack. We need to have 50% running, 50% passing, and I'm predicting 222 passing yards, 222 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns, and Connor better make 6 extra points. So I'm predicting 42 to, I'll give it 3 to Eastern Illinois because after the first 2 starters series, we should be up 14-0, and then let the second and third stringers come in and wreak havoc on them too. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I would handle it. What y'all say?
All right. Thanks, Ragged Glory. X.
I want to see our starting offense put up more than 14. They need to build some confidence. I want them to have a strong 2 quarters. But everything else I like. The 222 yards rushing. Bama have 222 yards rushing tomorrow. I might cry.
Yeah, that's half the season's average. I mean, production. But X, do we see the same starting O-line?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's the group we're going with down the stretch. You know, I really do. I think that's going to be the group. Here's going to be the interesting part. Will Brailsford start? I think possibly just to keep his streak intact. But I'm actually hoping
to see
that he doesn't play a lot. I'm hoping he doesn't play a lot. I'm hoping we see whoever the second team guy is.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know everybody else has a backup. We don't know about our center. Yeah. So that's what I would hope to see. Pat, you're in on the hotline with Martin and Xavier. What's on your mind?
Or I'm going an absolutely different way than Ragged Glory living death, but I'm going 63 to zip. And that we get to see tie for at least the first half, maybe even into the third quarter. But I want to see long passes. And you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. So I want to see long passes. I'd like to see at least 4 or 5 passes that go over 20 yards, and that I would like to see timing get better with these receivers. But I do want to see. I'd like to see a run game where we get at least 150 yards or so rushing. What are you guys thinking?
Oh, definitely. I agree with that, Pat. We appreciate it. Definitely. I want to see a running back get over 100 by himself if possible, if he gets enough touches. I think if Daniel ends up with 15 touches this game and it's the 15 correct touches, he can break 100 easily.
Yeah, I agree with that, X. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, Pat. 6'3", 150 rushing. I hope we see at least one back get 100 plus the century mark, and the next backup guy have somewhere in that 60 to 70 yard range. And it'll be interesting to see who those two guys are. I think one may be Daniel Hill. The question is, will the next one be,
Jan, Kevin, or AK?
Who will it be? So we'll watch that. X. Todd, you're in on the hotline. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, good morning, guys. I hope all is well, man. I just want to see mistake-free football this weekend. I believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that defense will pitch a shutout because they've been carrying the load, pretty much the whole season. I just can't get over that daggum turnovers last week. It's just tearing me up, man. I don't know, sometimes you just that last sack where the right tackle whiffed and, Ty was still trying to break free and make something happen. And I just knew, y'all, that football was going to hit the ground again. And, what does coaches do when an offensive player or defensive player makes a bonehead mistake or whatever, offsides or stupid penalty? They snatch their butt out, sit them down and talk to them for a minute and then put them right back in, And I really appreciate the fact that DeBoer is ride or die with Ty Simpson, because it speaks volumes to the other players that once you're in, you are my guy. And I love Ty, man, but he had a lot of looks of concern on his face, doubt, looked like he had a little bit of doubt in himself, looked like he had a lot of beating himself up over the mistakes, and it looked like he was struggling and turning the page and, getting to the next play and making the right decision. And I know I put a lot on him just now, and it takes the whole 22 for the whole game. But I don't know, I'm just a couch coach, guys, just thinking about the whole picture. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Thanks, Todd. And let's comment on that just really quick. I do think we saw some reversion in Ty, not necessarily in his performance. Quarterback stole the ball high and things like that. In 2 weeks ago, Alabama against LSU had 4 passes over 30 yards. LSU had only given up 5 all year. So we can throw the ball. I don't know if we're going to get the 60 yard, 55, 60 yard, but we can get that 20 to 35. I want to see more of those happen. But Ty did have some of that during the headlight look at times. And that's concerning because that's why Ty didn't get on the field
before.
So we want to see him get his confidence back and a trust in what he's seeing back. That's the ticket for Alabama. This team isn't going to win because they all of a sudden become this great running team. But they still, I think the running game has gotten better. I just don't think we've seen it put together and leaned on enough. I think it's getting better.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Ty had the deer in the headlight looks a couple times Saturday, which is the same look he had in his eye against Florida State. And hopefully that shakes it loose, plays free this week. Once again, this is a confidence builder. This is a confidence boost. Get that back, put it into what you got going forward. What you got going forward.
Yeah, a couple comments from the Maniacs. Get your response, rapid response. What's the name said? What I want to see is complete domination on both sides of the ball. Tim Coggins said he's pushing for 100 points. Here's who comes in after Ty, Keelan or Austin?
Austin.
Yeah, I think that's going to be Austin's game, without a doubt. Will Quay Russaw play this week?
I think he has to play this week to get his feet back up under him.
Yeah, if he's able to play, I think they play him in spot duty. Blind Squirrel Sport, I need rushing yards since Pat already has 63-0 to break that tie. Biggest question for Tim Coggins is, will we see Richard Young take the field, or is he in the portal?
I don't know. I think he might be gone regardless if he plays tomorrow or not.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then, of course, Dre Washington, you know, he I wonder, does he have a red shirt? Well, he's played on special teams. Never mind. X, what's your score, man?
I'm going to go 59-3 Bama. I think we get 165 rushing yards.
All right, man. I think Alabama gets into that 60 mark. I'm going to say 69. This is if they play starters more than 2 possessions. I'm going to say 69-3 as well. And I think they break 220 in the rushing. So, all right. Hey, X, tell them where they can find. Tell them where to find. Tell them, see them on Monday, man.
Hey, it's the Morning Houston Show with Martin and Xavier. It's been a great time talking with y'all this week. Hopefully, Alabama goes at it and dominates in true Crimson Tide fashion tomorrow over the Eastern Illinois Panthers as they get ready to move forward with every goal still in reach. Hey,
absolutely. And hey, I'm Martin Houston. That's Xavier Houston. That's Chase Brumfield. Thanks to all the callers, listeners, viewers, chatters, and all of the maniacs on all platforms and on the radio airways. We appreciate you. Trust me, we'll always lean not in your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. We'll catch up with you next week as Alabama prepares for the Iron Bowl, coming off of a dominating win and get their sea legs back up under them. Roll Tide, everybody. We'll catch you on Monday with the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Thank you for listening to The Martin Houston Show on your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.